Hey guys, welcome back to Bright Night Tech. My name is Berto, and today on Berto Restores, we are working on my version of the ultimate Game Boy Advance. This is a total custom Game Boy Advance that I'm making. This is a present for my older brother, because without him I wouldn't have gone into anime and comic books and superheroes and sci-fi and all that great geeky stuff, and my love of computers. It all comes from him, and I love him very much, so this is a gift for him. And what we're doing is I got a custom shell from Retrosix, we're doing a clean juice rechargeable battery, we're doing an IPS screen, and I'm gonna attempt to do my very own LED lighting wiring, which we'll see how it goes. Not sure. It might just be regular buttons, but I'm really excited about this piece. It's gonna look great. I got him a special game to go with it, to go with the theme. It's gonna look awesome. So let's get to work. Alright, so this is the donor Game Boy Advance. If you looked at my Sundico video, this is one of the units that came with that purchase that I made. It is very, very rough looking, but let's go ahead and throw some batteries in here and see if it even turns on. Alright, switching it on, and nope, oh, there we go. Okay, so it's a little finicky, so I'm hoping that's all it is just a little bit of cleaning that needs to be done to it. But other than that, I am hoping it is all good otherwise. All right. Okay, so let me show you the Retrosix custom shell that I got. So I sent them the picture that I wanted to be on the inlay of this shell. And here are the original buttons that it came with, some dark buttons. But they send you everything. It's really cool. They send you the files so you can match it up yourself. And so I did that for my brother. I did buy these separate buttons. Everything besides the shell are from Handheld Legend. So those are the buttons. Here are the LED lights that we're going to attempt to put into the D-pad, into the A and B button. Right there. It's going to be my first time trying to do that. That's why I bought these separate buttons. Okay, here is the screen we're going to put here. A nice IPS screen. It's going to be nice and bright. Okay, and here is the screen protector. Very nice. Came with the case. Here is the Clean Juice rechargeable USB-C Game Boy Advance battery. This is really going to tie this whole thing together. My brother's going to get lots of hours of playing off this. Here's everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this guy. So the loaner, all we're really going to need is the board. So let's go ahead and open this guy up like so and get this board clean. Okay, here we go. And let's see, looks pretty filthy. Let's undo these guys right here so we can pull it out. And looks very rough, very dirty. Definitely needs a cleaning. I'm not surprised it doesn't power on normally, but hopefully just a good cleaning of that power button is all that it needs. But yeah, it's pretty filthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a nice cleaning with this toothbrush and some isopropyl alcohol. And let's start with the power switch, since that was the area that was giving us problems. But we're going to give this whole thing a nice scrubby dub with this toothbrush. Definitely get the volume wheel, because that thing could possibly be super, super filthy. We're just going to go through this whole thing. Here is the speaker. Speaker is equally pretty disgusting. And all right, here are the membranes, and gross. That is pretty gross. Let's go ahead and clean all these membranes. But yeah, there is a ton of dirt, and it almost looks like straw in there, honestly. Let's go ahead and clean this guy like this. We're going to use some alcohol as well. I could see the membrane's a little torn, but hopefully that doesn't give us any problems. Okay, so I have already put this part, the screen protector with the shell, just like that. So now we're just going to peel this back so we can reveal the whole glass piece underneath. So I'm just going to pull it off like that, and that's it. The really cool thing about this shell is that it's already pre-cut and already set to accept an IPS screen. So we don't have to trim anything, which is going to be really cool. So if I just put this on here like this, it already lays really well. There's already like a lip there holding it in place. So we just gotta make sure it sits correctly. Let's go ahead and take off this screen protector and then put this guy where it belongs, nice and snug here. Just like that. So I cut little tiny pieces of adhesive and put it on the corners of this. I didn't want to do the whole strip because I have seen people accidentally ruin screens that way. So I'm hoping with the pressure of everything, with the board and everything on there, it'll hold it into place and we won't really need the adhesive as much. So let's go ahead and put the board that goes with the IPS screen. We're going to put the ribbon right here and secure it. Okay, just like that. Next, we want to secure the actual board. So I'm going to take some of that adhesive that was originally for the screen and put it on the back of the screen so I can put the board on there and it won't move. So nice and snug, and that's not going to cause us any issues later. Okay, so here's the sensor. You want to cut a little bit of it like here. You want to trim it so it fits into the Game Boy Advance. Be very, very careful. It is very easy to accidentally destroy one of these and then you are stuck with a broken one. But went ahead and trimmed that, pop that in there, and we're going to put the board right on top like that, and then secure the ribbon back to where it belongs. All right, gonna secure that there and that there. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and put the back part of the shell right now, pop some batteries in. I just wanna make sure the screen turns on and is working before we get everything else done. And boom, beautiful, nice and bright, looking good. Okay, so now that we know that's working, let's go ahead and cut these LED lights. I take some cutters right there. I do it in my hand. It comes with 5. I already lost one because I cut it and it went flying and I don't know where it went. Okay, so here is my wire setup. It does not look pretty right now, but it is all connected and it does power on, which I will do right now so you guys can see what it looks like. And boom. Okay, so let me show you super quick what I did before I put everything where it's supposed to go. So I connected these wires directly to the board here. So you want the red to go onto S2 and the black to ground. And then I did one wire for the red and then connected everything that I needed red there. I did one for the black and everything for the black. That way you are not trying to connect all your wires to a tiny, tiny little connection point. Next, you're gonna cover it with electrical tape so it does not touch each other and short out. And then once you do that, you should be all good to go to close it. After you have positioned your lights like I have, everything is where it's supposed to be. I did have to trim the buttons and the D-pad to allow a space for the LED lights to shine through, but that is super easy to do. Just be careful not to overdo it. But other than that, they are all in place. I used a little bit of adhesive that came with the kit, and I used that to hold everything in place. So we are gonna put all the membranes in place just like that. Almost forgot the start and select buttons membrane thing right here. I'm gonna pop that in, make sure everything is in place. Then we are gonna snugly put this back together. I'm not gonna bore you with the trigger and all that stuff. So all of that is all in right now. We're going to secure it in with the screws and try it out again. Let's turn it on, make sure. Looks like the screen shifted a little bit. I will fix that in a minute, but let's look at the lights. Those look good. Look at that. They are shining the way they're supposed to. They look good. All right. So next we're gonna do the rechargeable battery. So because this case is already set for mods, you don't have to trim anything again. So there's no middle piece of plastic that you have to trim with the flush cutters. It'll just accept this. So you remove the covering of the adhesive and then you put the board right on top of the battery, just like this. Make sure it is pressed up against it so that it fits inside your Game Boy Advance like this. And then all you do is you just push it in. So make sure you go in with the left first and then just push it in, and it'll make contact with the regular battery contacts. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just push it in, make sure it's secure in there. For the battery cover, you're going to want to make a little hole for the USB-C. But other than that, you should be good to go. Okay, so now let's try it. Turn it on. I think I do have to fix that screen, but other than that, it looks good. Turn off the light. Look at that. That looks beautiful. You got the shining lights. I did think about putting another LED light on the other side of that D-pad, but you know what? This looks fine. And it's a lot of wiring, and this is my first time. So let's just leave it at that. I think it looks really, really good. But look at that really nice, bright IPS screen. The LED lights look great. They're responsive. Everything looks good. I am super, super happy with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this guy off with the sticker that comes with the Retrosix case. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at this beautiful, beautiful thing. So there you have it. I think it looks amazing. I'm super happy with this. I spent a lot of time on it. The screen looks great. The brightness touchpad works. LED lights, you know what? Not bad. I thought about adding an extra one to the other part of the D-pad, but it became such a hassle for all the wiring and the fact that the screen kept shifting and stuff, so I'm just like, we'll just leave it at that. I think it looks great. I think you'll really like it. The Robotech game with it, I think was just, mwah. He's gonna love it. I hope he loves it. This is gonna be a present for him later. I'm gonna send him the link to this video so he can watch it and see how I did the whole thing. But I must have taken apart this thing at least 20 times. And I didn't show a lot of that because I just kept messing up. Either I forgot to put something in, the switch, the screen would shift, something would be off, the little, the buttons weren't pressing great because the membranes move. Just a lot of stuff. But once I got it down, I think it looks amazing. Super happy with it. I hope he loves it too. And let me know what I should do next with any Game Boy Advance. I have another one that I thought looks pretty immaculate, but I'm willing to do some mods on it or maybe just a refurbish. But let me know what you guys want to see. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. And we will see you next time.